go in the order that you have mentioned. Opportunity for India, corporate social responsibility, India's lab for innovation, and India advantage. I believe that there is a huge opportunity which is sitting here in this country itself. And I'll take 4 points to support that. Number one change which is taking place is what I would call is urbanization of mind which is happening in the country. You know, when you talk about urban attitude, you always associate with people living in urban areas having that kind of attitude. But what has happened in the last 4 or 5 years, due to explosive growth of cell phones and the reach of television, is they have got disconnected. And therefore, there is an urban attitude which is taking place in people not living in urban areas. And I think that's a huge change which is happening in this country. That means people living in rural areas are also wanting to have the same lifestyle as an urban person. Normally, this kind of information or change would take years to reach that place. Today, it is instantaneous, almost instantaneous. And that's a huge change which is silently taking place in India. So first is urbanization of mind. And therefore, wanting to improve your quality of life across the length and breadth of the country. Second change which is there is, as we all know, that India consists of young people. And less than 35 years of age, India will have the largest number of young people for the next 25 years. So that it will include India at 75 time frame. And therefore, younger people naturally have a greater desire because they are impatient to improve their quality of life. So they want to give a greater push. Third thing is discretionary income or disposable income. If you were to talk about, again, the 300 million people that Professor Prahlad talked about, 300 people have tremendous amount of discretionary income. Because after providing for basic necessities of life, everything else in India is discretionary. Everything else. So, one is discretionary income, which is happening by itself, at least for 300 million people. Number two is there's a parallel economy in the country. So there's a lot of cash economy which needs to be spent because you can't hoard cash and therefore you would want to spend that cash. And third is, in the discretionary income, is even you don't have that, you want to stagger the payment. Today there's a great facility in India through the explosive of credit card and through the installment payment basis. So, if you were to look at this, there's a huge paradigm shift which is silently taking place in India, and therefore, once it becomes full-blown, I don't think we can really understand what the impact of this is going to have on the economy of this country. So, we are very bullish about India, whether it's 75 or 85, whatever you want to call it. But I think going forward, there's a huge surge which is waiting to be tapped. Now the question is, how do you convert into reality? As the mental connectivity is happening, as the thinking connectivity or the knowledge connectivity is happening, this has to, in parallel, go with physical connectivity. And if physical connectivity is done to the villages, to small towns, then I think we are unleashing a very explosive force in this country. And that physical connectivity has to, first of all, be done with roads. And I must say, a damn good program has been initiated by the government on the roads. But the key part in that road is unfortunately last 2-3 years, there's been a great slowdown in that activity, but I do hope that it will pick up once again. So that connectivity where what is called the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana, where each village with 1,000 population in plains and 500 population in hills are going to be connected with all weather roads. Now you can imagine a person who used to cross fields and to connect to a road, he would take 2 hours going by road. And if the road comes to him, then either he'll go to the goods and services or goods and services will come to him. And once this begins to happen, I think we are into a very, very powerful force which is going to be leashed in the country. And therefore, we are extremely bullish about it, and extremely bullish about it. Now, this is as far as the domestic opportunity is concerned. If you look at the outside opportunity, as far as we are concerned in Tata Motors, in case of commercial vehicles, we are sitting on a huge market share, more than 60% market share. So while we keep tapping, keep growing the market, keep doing things, but if we want to grow more than that, then you definitely have to go outside the country. No question about it. And as the borders are getting lower and lower, and more competition is coming, to compete with them, anyway you have to improve your product, anyway you got to have choices, anyway you got to do things. And therefore, if you are doing things, why can't I use that to go to nearby countries, and nearby countries in terms of evolution of the market, in terms of the evolution of the consumer sophistication, and create a presence there.